so here we are in Wevideo and what we call the dashboard screen. And what you guys will probably do up here in the top left corner where it says create new, you'll click on video. And you might have to spend a few more clicks trying to figure out. Sometimes it asks you to name it or put it in a certain folder or something. Just do whatever you have to do to get to this screen where you see I actually already started an example video for this purpose. And here we go. I've got my timeline down here, and I've got my screen up here if I want to watch it. In fact, I can make that a little smaller. There's a little trick. Yeah, boy, I've got a lot of media here that you guys might not have. You might have one or two things. First thing you're going to want to do up in the top corner is lesson number 2, and instead of example, I want you to put your name, first and last name, probably period number 2, all right? Because this is the one you're going to hand in for grading. This is the one that's going to be shared and that other people are going to be seeing. So you want to do a good job, and of course, you need to have your name on it to get graded, all right? So first things we're going to do differently than our lesson 1 video is if we go to text here up at the top. Remember, we did titles in lesson 1. And it automatically goes to what we call motion titles. You were using static titles. You might recall this guy here, and we actually learned how to make it move, and the movie credits here that were like this, and you made those move in lesson 1. But motion titles are kind of neat because basically they have a lot of visual interest, we'll call it. So like, wow, customized text fonts and color. That was kind of cool. What about this one here? If you click on them, obviously, if you click over here, it'll give you a little preview. Say it with shapes. Okay, that's kind of neat. And you could go crazy and spend a lot of time just looking at all these different things. Any one of these is as good as the next, I suppose. Impact. Make an impact with text. All right. So let's say I grab that one and I double click on it down here when it's on the timeline. And what I get to do is, I suppose I could change the color if I wanted to. Make it red, make both of them red. There we go. And instead of make an impact, that's not what I want it to say. I want to say 2 of my favorite things. And now if I play that from the beginning, watch what happens. 2 of my favorite things. All right? So that's pretty cool. And since I haven't gone ahead and put my name in it yet, maybe I'll move this one up against it too and say Mr. Pat, because Mr. is my first name and Pat is my last name. All right, so let's back up a little bit and see what this looks like. 2 of my favorite things by Mr. Pat. So that's pretty cool. 2 motion titles. Easy peasy. Again, you can change the colors and spend a little bit of time. But look, we're not going to lose a lot of sleep over the titles. I just want you to show me you understand how to use motion titles. We'll probably throw one at the end as well. Just grab someone from down here and put it at the end of our video when we are all set. Okay? So that's motion titles. Now, another thing you might have noticed in your first video was that you were using still photos that you uploaded from, I think, Google. You looked things up that you were interested in. But look, there's this thing called stock media that they give you all sorts of stuff, all right? And this video is supposed to be about 2 of my favorite things. So I'm going to say karate, which is something I like. And they have video clips. And you can see these video clips are different lengths. This one's 25 seconds. This one's 9 seconds. I want a clip that's about 10 seconds. So here's what I'll do. I'll grab this one here. It's 15 seconds. I'm going to bring it down onto my timeline. And you might say, but wait a minute, you said 10 seconds. Let's watch it first. Let's just click play. Okay, that guy's kicking. That guy's blocking. He spins, gets out of the way. And that guy's going to flip him, kick him. Oh, nice. Oh, and does the arm bar. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. All right. Now, so from my beginning, two of my favorite things, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to cut this video somewhere right around here. Use this little scissor mark and get rid of this junk. Okay? So I go from about 9 to 17. That's 8 seconds, 9 seconds maybe I've got there. So watch. Two of my favorite things by Mr. Pat. I think it's pretty clear that we're talking about karate here. All right. So that's my first one. All right. What else do I like besides karate? Playing guitar. All right. So once again, maybe I take this guy down here. I'm not sure I like that. It's too shadowy. Can't really see what's going on there. You know what? Delete. Let me grab another one. There, hand playing a guitar. It's a 12-string, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I can get behind this. Once again, my clip is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, 14 seconds. So if I go here, I'm at 17. So 17 and 10 is 27, maybe 26. I'll trim it again with my little scissors here. The reason I'm keeping these short, folks, is because I want the whole video not to be too much longer than 40 seconds. I got to look at a lot of these things, okay? So anyway, we've got the motion titles here at the beginning. We've got the karate guys. We've got the guitar playing. In between those two videos, there's sort of two totally different things. I'm going to use one of these things up here called transitions, all right? Let me click on transitions here. And there's a bunch of different transitions. I'm going to grab this one that's like the curtains. Here, you can see there's a sample of it over to the right. This one's kind of cool, too, where it all pixelates. You got the rainbow one here. But I think I'm going to use the curtain one. If I click and grab and I just drag this down in between my two video clips, it sort of forces its way in between there. So watch the end of the karate video. Yeah, we've got the curtain transition between the two videos there. I was able to drag it down. And sometimes these transitions, which again are up here at the top. Here, I'll grab this pixelated one that looks kind of cool. And sometimes you can get it between the titles and the video clip. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. So if we come back here to the beginning, two of my favorite things by Mr. Pat. There, you see how that kind of faded out there? Watch again. It's going to all pixelate there. That's pretty cool. And then you'll see the curtain one come over here. It looks like a little gray square there on the timeline. So that is a much better solution than what we had going on before. All right? Rather than that karate video just going harshly into that guitar. All right? So we've got motion titles. We've got motion clips. We've got transitions in the middle. Okay? Now what we're going to do is go back up to our text box up here. And instead of motion, we're going to go back to static. We've used these before. This one here that says sample text. You might have noticed down here on the side, you have video 1, and that's where your titles and your video clips and your transitions and all that are. But video 2 is an important line as well, because if I put things here on video 2, you see them over the video. Look. See how it says sample text? And look down here, you can see that's right on top of that. So if I say something like, moves, and I could change the color of it over here and maybe move the title down here into where it's in the grass so it's not in the way of the karate guys. And you can see on my timeline, this is kind of a long caption. I'm going to shorten it up a little bit. And we know how to do this, how to fade it in and out, right? So watch, again, from that transition from the title. Cool moves. And then it fades out. In fact, that was a little fast on the fade. I might stretch that out again now, which is, of course, something I know how to do. Or maybe I'll have another dot and make it kind of more like a trapezoid so it sticks around for a little bit longer. Cool moves. And now it stays bright for a minute, and now it fades out. Nice. And I'll do another one over here over my guitar. Know that I want to fade it already, so it doesn't matter that I've not changed the words. Double click, come over here and say, that is a sweet looking 12 string. If you know anything about guitars, oops, I didn't spell looking right. If you know anything about guitars, 12 strings are pretty cool. Let's see. Watch this. Sweet looking 12 string. Now it's kind of, again, sort of obnoxious to have those words right over the whole guitar there. So maybe I move this down. Maybe I slide this over. Maybe I grab the size bar here, bring it down a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Bold it. And if I make this box a little bit smaller, I can, on this one over here, I can fill with a different color. And that way you can really see those words really pop there. All right. Sweet looking 12 string, exclamation point. All right. So if I save changes, let's watch. Here comes my curtains that close in between the karate and the guitar. That is a sweet looking 12 string. And that might be a little long. Maybe I shorten it up a little bit. You get to make these choices on your own. Nice. Now, while I'm here in my text, right, and I've got my static titles here, I'll go back to my motion, and maybe I'll grab this guy here for my ending title. And I'll say, thanks for watching. And you know what? I'll change it to a different color, blue. There we go. I like that color blue better. All right, so watch this. At the end, there's my guitar playing. Thanks for watching. Hey, I wonder if there's from the start, I guess. All right, two of my favorite things. Motion title, second motion title with my name on it. Transition, moving video of karate with a caption fading in and out. Another transition, the curtains close and open. Another caption down here of the word saying that's a sweet looking 12 string. Fades out. There's my motion title. Maybe I'll even fade out this little video clip here because that just looked a little awkward going right into that title there. Watch now. Excuse me. And that kind of fades away. Thanks for watching. Sweet. That's pretty darn cool. All right. So you've already done, I think, 4 things if we count adding video clips, moving titles, transitions in between the clips and captions above the clips. That's 4 new things that you have learned to do. Nice. All right. So one other thing we're going to do with this video that we haven't done yet is we're going to add narration. Now, if you think about like TV commercials you've seen where maybe they're talking about Folgers coffee or something, and they're pouring the cup of coffee, but as they're pouring it, you hear somebody's voice talking about how delicious the coffee is and where they get their beans from and such. You don't see that person talking, you just hear their voice. That's narration, or another word is called voiceover because the voice is recorded and playing over the video. So if we go up here in the top corner, there's an import button we may have used and there is a narrate button. So I'm going to click on that, and there's a record button, and I'm going to click on that. It gives me a little countdown here, and it'll show me my video. 2 of My Favorite Things by Mr. Pat. I really like karate. I've been doing it for over 20 years now, and it helps me get out all my stress, and I have a lot of friends from karate. And then I also like to play guitar, and that's a beautiful looking 12-string right there. Thanks for watching. And then I hit the stop button. Now, if I know I messed up, I can hit the record again button, and it gives me a do-over. I can listen to it right here by clicking this play button to see if I messed up. 2 of My Favorite Things by Mr. Pat. I really like karate. I've been doing it for over 20 years now. So it looks like that worked pretty good. I'm going to click the save button because I'm happy with that. Again, if you mess up, you can try it a couple of times. I would recommend not doing it more than 2 or 3 times. You're just going to make yourself just a little buggy trying to get it perfect. But if you like sneezed or started laughing or ran out of things to say, you could hit record again maybe once or twice. All right, but I'm ready. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to, let's see. Right now you might not be able to see, but it's down here. Let me see if I can shrink this a little bit. Yeah, now you can see. We've done most of our work here on the video 1 line, all right, where my titles and my video clips and all that are. Video 2 is where my captions are, my overlays, all right. And audio we have played with before with music, and that's a line. This is my voiceover line, and when I play this, you'll see these little squiggles here. This is my narration. Watch. 2 of My Favorite Things. Right here, some more squiggles. You'll hear my voice. I really like karate. I've been doing it for over 20 years now, and it helps me get out all my stress, and I have a lot of friends from karate. And then I also like to play guitar, and that's a beautiful looking 12-string right there. Thanks for watching. So that worked out pretty well. I might even trim this a little bit so that it's not any longer than my title. Delete that last little bit down here. And you know what this video needs, and something we already know how to do, is to add music, right? Okay, so let me see. I'll just grab this, bring it down onto my audio line here, okay? And we know we can fade the music in with these little white dots, but I can also fade the music out or down. Don't make it go all the way away, but maybe bring it down to 20%, so you can still kind of hear the music while I'm talking, but the music isn't so loud that you can't hear what I'm saying. You trim the rest of this video music clip away, and then at the end, of course, I want it to go back up. So let's see if maybe I can, yeah, there we go. So watch the music. It's going to get louder here. You should hear me talking. It'll be a little hard to hear me with that music full blast. And then here it'll come down, and you should hear all my words very easily because the music will be down at 20%. I'm going to bring that back up a little earlier, I think. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning and hit play. Check this out. 2 of My Favorite Things. I really like karate. I've been doing it for over 20 years. So you can still hear the music in the background while my voice is talking here. I have a lot of friends from karate. And then I also like to play guitar, and that's a beautiful looking 12-string right there. Thanks for watching. Now here's something I can do. Looking at this line, I know I say the words "thanks for watching" right here. So what if I do this? What if I dip it down right when I'm about to talk? So check this out. Thanks for watching. I kind of gave my voice a little space. Maybe I can do something like this. So exactly about the same space, there's this little squiggle here that my music comes down. Watch. Thanks for watching. Maybe. Two of my favorite things. I could do the same thing here. I could bring it down a little bit for this. You know, you don't want to have too many of these things, but I think it's nice that if you can hear the speech a little better and the music's not drowning it all out. So let's try from the very beginning here. The music gets louder. Two of my favorite things. Gets quieter for my voice. By Mr. Pat. I really like karate. I've been doing it for over 20 years now, and it helps me get out all my stress. And I have a lot of friends from karate. And then I also like to play guitar, and that's a beautiful looking 12-string right there. Thanks for watching. So that's a pretty darn good video, I think. Again, think back to what we've done so far. Moving titles, moving video clips, transitions, overlay captions, narration, fading or voiceover, fading in and out the music so that we can hear our voiceovers. That's some pretty advanced video stuff. By the way, this whole thing I think is what, 28 seconds long? If yours is a little bit longer, that's fine. Try not to go past 40 seconds because I have to watch a lot of these to grade them. All right? And then, of course, you should already know how to do the finishing. Actually, if you don't know yet, me or Mr. Benson will share a video with you that shows you how to finish properly to be able to submit this in Google Classroom to your teacher. Okay, so don't stress out about that yet. I would say when you get to this point and you've finished all of these things, you go ahead and you tell your teacher, hey, Mr. Pat, Mr. Benson, I'm done, I'm all set, and they will give you further instructions. All right? So now you guys are Wevideo ninjas and making some really nice videos. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this, and be sure to submit your best work to Google Classroom.